All right, everyone, welcome back for another one. And before I get started, I first wanted to address Nash Dreamer in the comments, his comment from my last video. Thanks for being here. You've been here since the beginning of the channel. I appreciate it. And also, he's letting me know, hey, try to avoid criticism, because in the last video I was saying how Altcoin Daily, him and his brother, keep telling everyone that Bitcoin is the only capped crypto, which isn't true. Okay, so it really frustrates me when people with that much influence, they're doing interviews with people that are big names in crypto and they have crazy amount of views, all that stuff. Well, I think it's up to them to make sure that they're responsible and that they don't mislead people, because new people are entering the space every day. They go to the channel, they hear, oh, yeah, Bitcoin's the best one because it's the only capped crypto, which simply isn't true, okay? As I showed you, XRP and Stellar Lumens are both capped, right? XRP is capped at 100 billion, Stellar is capped at 50 billion. Simple as that, all right? And XRP is also deflationary. So it loses a little bit over time. Each transaction burns a little, so there will be a dwindling circulating supply actually in XRP when it's all said and done. All right, so I appreciate it though. Once again, I agree with you most of the time. I'm not trying to be confrontational. I think that there's such a thing as constructive criticism, and also letting people know that these guys are spreading misinformation. So that's all I'm really trying to do. Like I said, I just hate to see the new guys come here and get told a lie. Because at this point, I find it hard to believe that Altcoin Daily, they don't know that XRP and Stellar is capped. Maybe they don't, or maybe they just push the narrative that they want. So, all right, just wanted to cover that real quick. Moving on. Taking a look at the Bitcoin chart, as we can see, we broke 19,000. Making good progress today, approaching that all-time high. I'm still sticking with the narrative that, I don't think that we're going to maintain a new all-time high right now. We could touch 20,000, but I will not be surprised to see it get rejected. Will that affect altcoins at this point? I don't think so. Maybe short term, maybe one day. You see Bitcoin pull back, you might see altcoins pull back pretty good that day. But I expect alts to continue up because they're not approaching, most of them are not approaching all-time highs, at least for the top ones. So I think they have room to grow, and I think Bitcoin is losing momentum. All right, and another thing to show you that, this guy, Magic Poop Cannon, he's pretty good with his technical analysis. He has a stupid name, but if you come over to TradingView, he's been pretty good with a lot of his calls over time. It seems like sometimes he gets a little too involved in what he wants to happen rather than what probably will happen. But he wanted to point out for everyone just a few days ago that this, if you come down here on this bottom portion, he's using what's called the MVT indicator. I'm not sure what that stands for. Maybe net value something. But anyway, it's an indicator that somebody created for Bitcoin based on the, I think the amount of crypto supply and circulation versus price and so on. There's a lot of metrics that go into it. But anyway, basically every single time historically that it has signaled red, you get a pullback in Bitcoin. All right. And Magic Poop Cannon here wanted to point out that sometimes it will signal red for a while before you see any dip, and you might not see any major dip at all. So like here in April 2019, it was throwing red through an entire parabolic move, and then finally you got the dip. All right, and then here earlier in August, it was throwing red as well, and you didn't get that big of a pullback. But his point was, it seems to have 100% accuracy on any time there's a parabolic move. So he's saying, going back to 2017, if the MVT throws red on a parabolic move, it's been 100% accurate up to this point. So, and once again, that fits right in with what's happened historically, or almost any asset class. Stocks, commodities, whatever. Typically, they struggle when approaching all-time highs. It takes a few tries to get through, and that's what I think is going to happen here. So, if that's of any significance to you, it is or it isn't, but I just want to point it out. You definitely see that Bitcoin pullback still. So, and I think that will definitely affect the Bitcoin mining stocks. So, if you're trading those, just pay attention. So, all right, on to the mysterious chart of XRP, the one that goes up in only a straight line. I don't get it, guys. I really don't. To me, like I said, this just looks like manipulation, honestly. It doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. I mean, you literally have to zoom into like the 30-minute chart before you see any kind of pattern other than just straight line. So, zooming into the 30-minute chart. Looks like we're about to just get some consolidation here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a continuation up. I think we're aiming for that dollar mark. Wouldn't be surprised if we just keep running right through it either, to be honest. XRP is extremely hard to tell if you're ever going to get a pullback, because as I've showed you, it doesn't really. Not when it breaks out of a 2-3 year consolidation. It goes up in a straight line. Obviously we don't have much history to go off of here, but it's just, once it goes, it goes. So, waiting for a pullback on this one, that's going to be tough. If you are, best of luck to you. But I don't know, man. See what happens. Fun stuff to watch, though. All right, important thing to point out to you guys. I wanted to show you. The Ledger is doing 40% off their hardware wallets for Black Friday. So you could go in there right now, go to their website, click the Black Friday 20 promo code, copy paste that in when you check out, and you'll be able to get either the Ledger Nano X or the Nano S at 40% off. So that's a big sale right there. I actually just went in there and bought 5 of them, because that's the most that they let you buy in one order, I guess. But yeah, I'm just going to keep piling them up because I like to sell them on eBay. And off of this, you can make some good money once the sale ends. But also, for those of you that don't know, in 2017, these ledgers sold out. They couldn't keep up with the demand. And, I wouldn't be surprised to see the same thing happen next year as new people continue to flood into this market, and everyone's telling them you need a ledger to protect your crypto. So, I'm just buying them up. I don't have a crazy amount of them, but I think in 2017 they went for as high as like $300, $400 on Amazon, or something that cost $60. So it doesn't hurt to have something to just make a quick flip off of, I guess. So that's what I'm doing. And also, hey, if I get stuck with them, I'll just use them or give them away to friends and family. I might do some giveaways on the channel as well. So we'll see how that works out. But just wanted to let you know, if you want some ledgers, now's the time, because they got the 40% off going on. So check that out. Also, important news article. You might have heard people already talking about this, but Bitcoin market cap hits new all-time high and surpasses JP Morgan at $352 billion. Bitcoin outperforms JP Morgan in terms of market cap shortly after the firm's CEO said Bitcoin is not my cup of tea. According to data from Macro Trends, JP Morgan's market cap is closed at $349 billion on November 23rd. whereas you got Bitcoin at 352. So this is very important and interesting because JP Morgan is the largest bank in the United States. So I think it's also very telling to point out to people to stop comparing crypto to stocks, because you don't compare currency market caps to stocks. You know what, the dollar's at probably like 20 trillion market cap, something like that. So they're just two things you don't compare, and this goes to show you exactly that. You know, Bitcoin is relatively new still, about 10 years old, and it's already passed the largest bank in the world. I think JP Morgan's bigger than any other bank as well, but definitely in the United States. So pretty telling the future we're headed. I think we're only getting started too. So wanted to wrap it up with pointing out a couple cryptos that I think, if you feel like you missed out or you're getting here a little late, you don't want to chase XRP, even though I think it's going to go a lot higher. It makes perfect sense to not want to chase it. If you think Bitcoin's peaking out, or Ethereum won't make you enough returns, or this and that, I want to do a full video on this, but as of today, just wanted to point out a few that I think have great potential. So first and foremost, this XFIN network, XDC, looked into it a little more. It definitely looks promising. I'm not going to deep dive the project right now, but if you want to do your own research, this one here looks like it could definitely be one to watch, one to potentially check out. So go ahead and give that one a look. From a technical standpoint, looks pretty good as well. Looks like it's about to break over this high that it set in August. I think once that happens, it's going to take off from there. Another one. This one's kind of higher up in market cap, already at 400 million. I also don't really like the circulating supply compared to total, only being about 10%. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I haven't looked into it, but overall, I just expect the Algorand to perform well. I've heard it mentioned too by Brian Brooks, the acting comptroller. So when somebody in a position like that throws around a name in crypto, you have to take note. Right? Why did he mention Algorand? I'd have to find the speech for you guys, whatever he was talking about, but he mentioned Algorand. So, I mean, Algorand is definitely going to be involved. I think they're listed on the NASDAQ as a partner or something, or a partner in the derivatives market or something. I think Bigger Than Race actually mentioned that. So, but yeah, Algorand looking like it has some good potential. Once again, I just wanted to point your direction to these projects so you can see, you can go check them out on your own. So XFIN, ticker XDC, Algorand, ticker Algo. This one's on Coinbase. And then Quant, a lot of people like Quant. I haven't, I've had mixed feelings about it just because of a few things I've looked into. I also don't like anything that's an ERC20. I mean, you could say the same for these others. I think they are, but I think I need to get past that, because clearly, if Ethereum switches to proof of stake and everything, the network's going to improve a lot. So, but anyway, Quant seems very promising. The founder has worked for like some high up, I think he's worked for the Federal Reserve actually, and also some high up positions in government in England, I believe. So, I mean, they're well connected. And when it comes to crypto or anything, networking is always key. So this Quant project looks to be very plugged in. They're also partnered with SIA, which I believe is the largest banking institution in Europe, something like that. So they basically have connected to like 500 something banks in Europe through their SIA partnership. So, all right, these three look good, I would say. Also, Quant looks like it just broke a new high, came back, and is finding support. on the previous all-time high. So looks like a great entry point from a technical standpoint. But yeah, just wanted to show you a few projects that probably have great potential that you could check out. And once again, with these XFINs, you know, anything that has a 1/7 of a penny valuation, that newbie mindset is real. People come here and they say, oh, well, I can get millions of these or a million of these, and then when it hits $1, I'll be a millionaire. So that is a real mindset. People think that way. All grand also only 36 cents. Quant, people are probably going to be a little bit shied away from that $13 figure, but they're all good projects from what I've seen. So, all right. That about wraps it up. Once again, as always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
What is a cashless society? What does it actually mean in a literal or high-level sense?
Money will become like these, relics of a different age, and will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these.
Then Tracy is in Beijing to show us what a nearly cashless society actually looks like. Ben, good morning.
Mobile payment transactions in China reached a cumulative total of 277.4 trillion RMB in 2018, ranking #1 in the world, according to the recently released statistical report on internet development in China. As of June 2019, online payment users in the country reached 633 million. The cashless society is now approaching.
When's the last time you paid with cash? Well, chances are cash has taken a backseat to the plastic in your wallet and smartphone pay apps.
Denver 7's Ryan Luby explains the digital pay revolution and why not everyone is on board.
The cashless society, the cashless society.
The cashless society.
The cashless society is now approaching.
The cashless society.